Could you just explain to us how it actually works for laymen like myself?
Oh, right. You want the nuts and bolts?
The nuts and bolts, step by step.
It's hugely exciting. We start off, well, basically over 7 nights later on this year, 7 people will get the chance to play for £1 million live on ITV. Now, how we do that, every show is split into 3 different stages. You have the arena stuff that we do, the arena stage, which is where everybody gets together to the red or black arena, which will be in Wembley. And we get, every game that we play has a red or black outcome. If they get it right, they move through to the location stuff that we do, the location stages, which will be shot all throughout the summer. And then eventually we get the people down to 8. So we've got our final 8, which will come to studio. And we'll play the red or black games in studio to play for £1 million. So that's kind of very basically how it all works. There are 10 games to play. If your luck holds out for those 10 stages, you'll be playing for £1 million, and you'll have £1 million quid.
I got to. That was bloody brilliant.
Thanks very much.
That could be the programme.
That's it there, in a nutshell. That's kind of the nuts and bolts. You know, there's a bit more going on, but that's kind of basically how it's working. If your luck holds out 10 times, you win £1 million, red or black. That's the way it goes.
And you can't drop out. You've got to play the £1 million question. You have to.
Yeah.
This rarely happens on TV, which is what excited us, is that every single night you will be standing at a ginormous wheel. I mean, this is a big studio thing we're making. You're going to have to make that decision, because we've only seen that happen, I think, a very few times on TV, where somebody actually has to gamble for £1 million. And can't say gamble, risk their luck.
Yeah. What's very exciting about it is that, you know, they will either go away with £1 million or they'll go away with nothing. It's all about luck. There's no skill, there's no talent involved. You don't have to come and do a song or have a snake wrapped around your neck or anything like that. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You just come along, and if your luck holds out 10 times in a row, if you are that lucky, you will walk away with £1 million live on ITV1. We'll do that every night.
Yeah, and Derek, I've seen the kind of the run through on the show. I mean, first of all, I've just got to credit James Grant on this, because they came up with this idea, I think 10 years ago, where we heard they had a show called Red or Black, which was, I thought, one of the best endings. We worked with them literally over 7 or 8 years. And Shu and Nigel came in a couple of years ago to my place in LA and said, we think we've cracked this format, worked hard with ITV, who've done a brilliant job on this. But this all stemmed also from a story years ago from a guy, normal guy, goes to Las Vegas and he puts £150,000 of his own money on Red or Black. And it became a big story in America. And I was fascinated by this story. And we were always fascinated with the idea of a show where somebody at the end has to do the £1 million spin, because we've rarely seen it before. But what I've seen in terms of the scale of the game, I mean, some part of what you saw there is what you're going to see in the arenas. You're going to see stunt cars, massive events. There's some crazy things that happen midway. In fact, one of the games is somebody being strapped to a rocket, and I'm almost tempted to be...
You are.
You've got to do it.
You've got to do it. In fact, it's in our contract that you've got to do that if you host the show.
But if I die...
Think of the ratings.
It's all good for the
Do know we want everybody's readers, viewers, listeners to get involved. Go to itv.com/Red or Black.
Well, there's a promo on tonight.
The promo starts tonight on ITV1 and ITV2. So anybody who sees it can apply, and the lucky 7,000 will be randomly selected to play, and it's free entry.